From the moment I planted my foot on Indian soil in 1980 for a year of study, I just knew I was an old soul. Indeed, an Indian old soul. I was sure of that. Everything felt vaguely familiar. From the bazaars full of fresh vegetables, sparkling bangles, brass pots, and spicy food, to the crowded streets and the bouncy buses, I loved it all. Unfortunately, those Delhi buses really wrenched my neck one day, resulting in severe pain. Since I was living in the land of the yogis, I rushed down to the National Yoga Institute to see if that Eastern magic could help. I was welcomed and offered 3 private yoga sessions in English, after which I would join the group classes conducted in Hindi. I couldn't wait to start. The tutor for my private lessons was Deepak, a pleasant young man. He congratulated me, the only American at the Institute, on my interest in yoga, a cornerstone, he said, of Indian culture. "Mr. James, this is already a sign you are an old soul, a very old soul." An old soul. I knew it! And now this was confirmed by an actual yoga teacher. I had come to the right place. Deepak explained which poses were good for me and which ones must be avoided because of my neck. At the end of the session, over hot tea on a hot day, he praised my efforts. "Quite good for a Westerner, Mr. James. You shall make a good yogi." I smiled to myself. Later, another teacher approached me and began a conversation with me in Hindi. Frustrated with my meager responses in that language, he chastised me in English. "It's a disgrace. You cannot speak our national language properly. What sort of Indian are you?" Mistaken for an Indian, yoga was working already. Ancient energy was sinking into my bones. And after only 2 lessons, yes, I was an old Indian soul. When I joined the men's classes on the lawn those warm days, my classmates removed all their clothing except for the boxer shorts Indian men wore. I wanted to feel casual in my shorts, but as the only non-Indian in the group, I received my share of stares. Was it because I looked like a pale, plucked chicken next to those tan men? Was it from my clumsy attempts to contort my body? Didn't they know I was actually an old Indian soul? Within 2 months my neck was much better, and I felt more limber than ever. I was content to remain in the basic yoga class. Deepak, however, felt I was ready for advanced work. "Tomorrow morning at 6, we are having the special water practices. You shall come." The practices, I told myself, must be yoga combined with ritual bathing, as I had seen before. I could handle that. At 6 the next morning, the compound was strangely empty, and I wondered if I had misunderstood Deepak. Just then, a saffron-robed man with long hair and a serious beard approached and said, "You are James. Follow me." He led me to a corner of the lawn where a wood fire heated a tank of water. He instructed me to drink as quickly as I could 6 glasses of water from the tank. The water was decidedly lukewarm and cloudy, surely home to millions of amoebas swimming around in there. I soon felt nauseated, but my guide said, "Keep drinking." Finally, I insisted that I could not drink another drop. "Come with me," he sighed. Behind the building, several men and women were leaning over a circular pit, doing what the bearded one called cleansing their stomachs of vile accumulations. I promptly cleansed my own stomach, but the guru wasn't satisfied. "Try 6 more glasses," he instructed. Try flying to the moon, I thought, as I said goodbye and sadly walked away. Oh, my soul didn't resonate with any of this. It didn't feel good at all. Maybe I wasn't an Indian old soul after all. Maybe I was just an ordinary person with ordinary joys and pains. And maybe that was just fine. Yes, I think it's just fine. Cheers!